would think. Adrian Peterson may be coming to the rescue of their playoff hopes.
Depends on if the Vikings are in the playoffs.
He has returned to practice, DVR. The question here for fantasy owners everywhere, do you return him to your lineup?
It's interesting because he said he's expecting to return in week 16 against the Packers, even though he started practicing yesterday. So we're not expecting to see him on the field Sunday against the Colts. The thing about Peterson that's really frustrating is that he wasn't playing well in the first 2 weeks before he got hurt in the first meeting against the Packers. 1.6 yards per carry this season. Gets another matchup against the Packers in week 16, gets the Bears in week 17. I think picking him up requires being in a league where more or less you have to play week 17. I think that's the format where it's ideal because they could bring him back in week 16 and maybe put him in a timeshare with Jerick McKinnon, give him half the carries, give some to Matt Asiata. It still looks like a pretty messy situation. And the Minnesota offensive line has been a problem all season long. So I'm really not that optimistic, even if Peterson does make it back starting next week.
Yeah, I would think, especially with playoffs for most fantasy leagues, if you're in a traditional league, it's probably too late. But DFS, does that change your perspective here, especially if he were to come back against the Colts this weekend?
Against the Colts, I'd be more interested than I am against the Packers and even against the Bears because the Colts can leak so badly. But even then, I think you can find similar players at fair prices that make more sense volume-wise and efficiency-wise.